Hello and good morning everybody. Today I want to talk with you about the power of no. Not of now, however, that is equally important. So what do I mean with that? A lot of us, especially women, but equally men, have learned in their childhood that they need to please their mother and their father in order to be loved, in order to receive and to get whatever they needed. So what happened was that they were looking for symbiosis. Yeah, they were looking for doing everything necessary, like reading from the faces and from the tone of voice from the mother and father, what they needed to do in order to be loved. As a child, this was crucial for survival. So it is our innate survival instinct that made us use these strategies. However, nowadays we are grown-ups, but we still use these strategies from childhood, which obviously makes them inadequate. So, this inner pleaser that has been developed, so this part of us that wants to please the other person because we so much want the other person to love us. Especially, of course, maybe because we still didn't learn to love ourselves and truly accept ourselves with all that we are. So that leads to codependency in any kind of relationship, may it be in your partnership, may it be at work. So that means that we will do everything the other person wants us to do. Same in friendships. So what happens is that first we feel so connected. We're like, yes, I'm giving everything to you because I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. And we want this love and appreciation back. So we give everything. However, what happens a lot of times is that we don't say no when we mean no. And we only say yes. Because a no has the possibility, the risk that people will say no to us. That people won't give us what we want and need from them. The problem is that a lot of times we have not learned to say no. We've learned to say yes, big times. Including me back in the days. I would always be like, yes, of course, I can do this, I can do that, I can help you with this, with that. So what happened is that I did not take care of myself. You know, and I still remember I was in a situation, somebody asked me, oh Nadine, can you do this for me? And I was like, sure, but actually inside I was like, oh my God, I don't have the energy to do that, or I don't feel like meeting up with that person. So what happens is that doing this while actually not wanting to do it, it is so much like, so painful inside. And so while at first I feel like just this pain and, you know, I might suppress it because I don't want to feel it, I still want to function, I want the love from the other person, so I'm doing it. But at the same time, at some point, this anger that I swallow down by doing things I don't want to do, at some point I will project it on the other person. What does that mean? At some point I'll be angry. I'll be angry at this other person, and I will either tell that person, yeah, you made me do this, you made me do that. I might say it, or I might just feel it. And then I will try to avoid that person. Or I will try to push that person out of my life because the person makes me suffer. When actually it's me. It's me who's making me suffer. Because I so much depend on this love, on this yes from the other person. Getting back into this last situation when you said yes, when you meant no. What do you feel? What do you sense in your body? Or maybe imagine now a situation where somebody's asking something from you and you would definitely want to say no. How does that feel? For me, I can tell it feels like everything's squeezing together, and I'm like, in my stomach area, there's like this feeling of emptiness and of tension. However, when I imagine I'm saying no, standing up for myself, so a no to the other person in that moment is a yes to myself, because I feel the no. And so if I imagine that situation where somebody wants something from me, I feel a no and I say, no. That makes me feel really good. I feel how I soften again. I feel how my heart is opening up. Because I can say this no from my heart. Normally what happens most of the time, if I'm not able to say no, if I feel really insecure about saying no, what happens is I'll push the other person away. And at some point I will say no, but in a destructive way. I'll be like, no, I don't want you, I don't need you, I hate you, whatever. But this is not the way, it's a no that comes from separation. And what we want to learn is a no that comes from the heart. A no that comes from the yes to myself and a yes to the other person, in the way that I see you, I see your necessities, I see what you need, and I also see what I need. So becoming truly authentic, we need to learn to say no. Because only then our yeses will also be a true yes. And it will change everything. May it be in the bedroom where actually somebody, like your partner, wants to have sex with you and you feel like, no, I don't really feel it right now. And to really change this feeling inside from being like, oh no, but I should feel yes, I should want it as well. I should also want it because he wants it or she wants it. And instead being like, for some reason right now I don't feel it, and communicating that. Or maybe I need some more cuddling, I need some more intimacy, connection, whatever it is. To express that, to express your needs and to express your no's. Then already in that moment something changes, because you opened up and you stood up for yourself. So there's so much love flowing from that point. However, as I said, most people did not learn to say no. And it requires really action. It requires really to learn it and to practice it. So it will be one of the exercises in my upcoming workshop, Rising in Love, where we will really dive into finding our true yeses and nos and expressing them. However, we'll do it in a playful way. And this will only be part of the program. In my workshop, Rising in Love, we will also dive deep into self-love. We will see what are actually the barriers to it. We will dive into, why am I actually in this relationship? What's the point of it? What's the purpose? And how different patterns of codependency and co-wounding are playing out. We will also look at, so why do I always attract supposedly the wrong person? What does that actually want to show me? What do I need to integrate? What's the shadow I see there that I'm projecting? And really taking that back. And also on the second day, we will deeply dive into possibilities and tools for everyday life, how to connect on a deeper level, how to hold space for each other for healing, for really truly seeing each other and deeply connecting, you know, to build the base for long-lasting, beautiful and fulfilling relationship. Because to my mind, we are meant to grow together in love, in the relationship, in whichever form it takes, and to be true to ourselves and to each other. So all information you'll find on the link below. We'll dive really deep, which is why I chose a 2 days training, because from my experience, on the first day you already dive deep, but on the second day, that's where true and deep transformation is taking place. So the workshop will be held in German. You'll find all the information below, and I'm looking forward to hearing your comments, your feedback, your questions.